Hey all my crafty friends, back with another install of hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023. Wah! Say that 5 times really fast. I am going to introduce you to all of the goodies and then we'll get started. So Sweet Pea Papers, Terry Lee and myself are sponsoring this collaboration. We have, with all of us, there's 16 people doing beautiful Christmas stuff. So Sweet Pea Papers doing a giveaway. Go over to her website, Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, sorry, not website. Go over there and get her information on how to do all of that. I have a little special going on at my store right now. If you go in and spend $15 or more on product, you will get a free yard of lace. In my first video, all of this is under a playlist. So if you go to the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023, you go to my first video in that playlist and you'll see the lace. I think I've shown it a couple other times. Oh, here's a bit. There's the ivory, the cream, and the pink. Get it this way. It's really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, then there are also a lot of our other collaborators. They have Etsy shops. Please go and check out their Etsy shops and be kind and wonderful and things like that. Check out everybody's channel and all that stuff. So I'm also doing a raffle for the collaborators, okay? So if you go to my shop and spend any amount of money, it doesn't matter if it's $5 or $50, you spend any amount of money and in the message you say, hey, I'm doing, you know, Terry sent me, or Jovi, or, you know, I mean, we got Rhoda, we got all kinds of beautiful ladies doing stuff. If you say they sent you, then they get put into a raffle. I have 2 prizes, but one of them is just because they're participating, and then the other one is they're going to, whoever gets the most people saying they sent them, they're going to win a prize. So, yeah, so do that, you know, if you want to buy something. I'm not very good at being a commercial, so other than that, that's it. So let's get started, guys, okay? Bye! Hi, all you creative friends out there. I hope everybody's doing well today. We are working on page 2 and 3. So, if you remember, we have our base page, and just for those of you who are just catching this video, it is 5 7/8, and then you score at the 1/2 inch and the 1 inch, and then it's 7 3/8, okay? And then I had one of these size sheets I had left over, and I have one for each one. There's 3 pages. And then I grabbed a couple other bits, but I am definitely going to have, for this build, a new page. Trying to use up my scraps, but got to have a new page for this one. Okay, let me give you a quick peek. This was where I went ahead and got some of this done. You probably won't be able to see it, but I put Wink Estella on the bells. I outlined the bells with black so that they would really pop. I used my pen on the flower and the little beads that are on the bells, and then I did my gold pen along in here and on the brown flowers. So, and then just added a little bit of lace. This is the next page. I did put a couple, I haven't done anything with my tags. I'm just kind of trying to place, you know, these decorative ones as I go. This was a cut apart from, I think it's a December to Remember. And this is, I think, from Lorna's Tailor-Made Journals. I think this is from her kit. On this side, I used a little swing tab, and it comes down like this. And then you have a photo mat. And on the sides with the papers, you can either journal or put a picture, however you want, or leave them just pretty. So that I have that. This I put here. It's completely sealed down because, of course, I didn't think about the swing tab until after I got my paper on. So this just covers the swing tab, but there's no glue right around where the brad is so that it can swing. And these were in my stash, and these two are from December to Remember. And then I put in a little pocket here. Couldn't figure out the tag I liked, so I just kind of said, okay. But I'm going to leave these black because a 4x6, where is my 4x6? Here's my 4x6. 4x6 is going to leave a tiny black edge all the way around. And so there's no reason to put paper on there. Or you can, like with a white gel pen, you can journal on the backs. Whatever your little heart desires. So that is that page. And then flip it over. I did figure out I wanted this on this first page here. And I think I am definitely going to leave this flap on. If you watch build page 1 and 2, I didn't know if I would use it or not, but I left it. Now on this side, I cut it off, and I used the piece for a belly band. It's only a little bit smaller because I cut the score mark off on, you know. I added a little pocket, 2 little strips here. I left little black edges through everything. This was something in my stash, Remember This Moment. And this is from Elodie's. I gotta write it down, and I've gotta ask Terry if I'm saying it right, because I don't know. But the belly band, I will probably put a little booklet, and I'm going to, in my booklets, I'm going to use, I had ordered a while back some of Keon's Shotwell, it's Wonders by Wink. I had ordered some of her coffee dyed papers that she does with lace. And so those are probably going to be in the booklet. You know, a couple of sheets for extra writing space. But this paper was in my stash. This is part of some of the lace I have from my shop. And then this is the glitter paper. So that is what I got done so far. This is just going to be a frame that I'm going to do with my leftover pieces. And I'm not really sure what I'm doing here yet. So I just wanted to share you that. I have done that off camera. Okay, so this page, I want to cut this in half. So what's that? 4 1/4? So we're going to cut this one in half. Okay, now I need my little scoreboard, and oh, I've been trying to put everything away because I have so much going on over here. Oh, good heavens. Good heavens. Okay, I need either, well, we'll just use the one that came with Martha. Okay, so on the first one of these, we're going to put a 1/2 inch score mark, and then we're going to go over one and give it a little 1/8 of an inch extra space, okay? So I'm just going to fold my first fold line. And then we're just going to pinch over my next one. pull that, make sure you're nice and straight, and give it a burnish. There we go. Okay, so now we got a little bit of space to work with here. And then I'm going to take this and I think I want, these are not long enough. This one is. Okay. I've got a reminder for myself of something I want to do for you guys. And I was afraid I might forget. Okay, so I'm going to take, this is just an inch piece of paper, you know, leftover strip, and I already had scored and folded it. That wasn't super straight. There we go. Actually, that is 80 pound, and I pulled myself out some of the pieces that I had, and I'm going to cut an inch off of this. This is much lighter weight, and it won't be adding a lot of bulk. And maybe I'll get 2 uses out of it. Who knows? Alright, so we'll go ahead and fold this in half, because this will be much better. It's so much thinner. This is like 65 pound weight, and as you guys know, I'm using 80 pound weight paper. So I'm going to put this down. Let me go ahead and cut it the right length. I pull it in just a little bit from the edge before I cut it, so it's just a tiny bit smaller, so it doesn't hang out the edge. And I'm still just taking just a smidge off. I'm gonna go ahead and let's open our glue. Oh, believe me, this bottle's been working today. Alright, because I got a lot to do before the end of the month, when Christmas in July will be over. Okay, so I have the flap is on my side here, and I'm going to put this up close, but not on the fold line. Okay, I'll burnish that down. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to take and glue this side. And I'm going to lay this down right on top. Make sure it's nice and straight. And I'm just going to hold it and put my nice little crease in it. Okay, and one thing you always want to try and do when you are gluing paper is just make sure that you're not closing your opening with over excess glue. Looks like I do have some excess glue there. Yep, it was fine. Okay, so there is my first one. Little bit of glue on the edges there. There we go. Okay, so there's my first one, and I believe, where do I have? Here it is. I'm just gonna, let's see. Let me pull my Martha basket out, because I have a snowflake. And I want to see what I can do with the snowflake. It is a corner punch, but I've seen people do stuff. So I don't really have a corner on there. Let me cut. Well, here, I'll just cut a piece off of this. Okay, so let me open my sides and put this down in there. Okay. Oh, that's adorable, isn't it? I don't know that it would go through both sides, but I think I'm going to try it. Nope. Dang it. And it's going to ruin my sides. I was hoping. It's all those little pieces that are in there. Oh, for heaven's sakes. And of course now it won't let go. Nope. It's not going to work. So we'll have to cover the corner up really well. Come on. Yeah, it tried. It tried and failed miserably. But I think I could actually make it look somewhat okay. No, guess we're doing another one. Well, I have the one. I'll show you. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I went ahead and made another one, but I didn't glue it down. I did match it up and fold it, and then I took, because I have the corner piece to this, so I just took, it's a Martha Stewart, and I didn't write down what it was. I probably got it at a garage sale, so I didn't really know. But I went ahead and just did the one side, and you have, you know, multiple choices of whatever you could do. You could just leave it without anything, but I wanted to build it back up so it was the same size. And these are very tiny on the top. Even though this is 80-pound paper, it's still going to eventually bend. So you could do something like this with the red and green, or you could do something like this, because I do want this to come back in through the, you know, throughout the book. So there it is with the glistening. I don't know if you can see that glistening, but it's that glitter paper. And this is a good glitter paper. The glitter is not coming off of it that I can see. So, anywho. Okay, so I did that. I cut another one, so I'll show you, you know, how that one's going to work. I'm ready to glue this down. Oh, I gotta glue my paper down. Just try and get where that paper is gonna close up around those snowflakes. If you don't have anything like the snowflakes or anything like that, don't worry about it. You do not have to have this. Let's just do this way so I can get it before the glue dries. Just make it the same length. Lay it down so it is, oh, a little bit shorter. Lay it down so it is flush with the back piece. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I can't glue that down, dingleberry. So I'm just going to lay that and then lay this over the top of it. Make sure you're keeping it flush with this side. And then carefully, so that you don't do what I just did and mangle one of your snowflakes. No mangling of snowflakes here. And then we're going to close this down. Just like that. So now all I have to do is the bottom to make an actual pocket. I mean, you could make it kind of an open belly band, I guess, that flips back and forth, but I'm going to make a pocket. So I'm just going to run a small bead of glue right along the bottom. And close that up. All right. Well, our garage sale that we had, and I should have used Fabri-Tac because something about art glitter glue on glitter paper, it's not working so well. Isn't that funny? How ironic. There, it's holding now. Okay, so back to our base page. I'm going to go ahead and glue this flap down. Oopsie. And we're just going to pull that 1/8 of an inch gusset forward so we can see where we're actually placing our paper. Oh. I'll be right back. Okay. So as you can tell, the pocket's longer than the page. Easy fix though. Absolutely easy fix. It's about a 1/2 inch. It's actually about 3/4 of an inch. So while I have the gusset up, there's always a fix, guys. Always a fix. And sometimes you end up liking it better than the first way you were going to do it. So it's just no big deal. You don't sweat the small stuff. This is small stuff. I'm going to make a mark just inside the line of this page. So this will be slightly shorter than the base page. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to see if I can go ahead and peel that off. Instant. Yeah, I can cut some of this off because it's glued down. So I can cut that snowflake off. Okay, so instant. There. So now we got it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut down just the one side. And I'm going to glue both sides here because I'm just going to slide it in. See? Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. And I think I need to glue right in there. Alright, so we're going to push this down. Keep it on the edge. Come on over. There you go. And just like that. Now my page is just right. And I have a pocket for both sides of the page. So the second one that we're going to do, I'm trying to think. I'm going to flap this. I'm going to flap that. And I might do a small waterfall here. That's what I might do. So I'm going to put okay, so we're going to do a 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to do a 1/4 of an inch. I want to make sure I have room for all of the, you know, waterfall. Waterfall's going to take up room. So I want to make sure. I'm going to go ahead and fold the 1/4 of an inch over. Okay. So there we go. If I don't put that on there, I have the hardest time trying to find it. Okay, so this is going to go on this side. I like to keep the thicker gussets away from the spine side, okay? And since I decided I was going to do waterfall here, I have an 1/8 of an inch on this side, and so I figured I was going to need that 1/4 of an inch. And I can get it right there on the page. I'm going to pull it down so that I can see. And I'm going to make a mark just to the inside of the gusset here. So it's just going to be a 1/16 of an inch shorter. I'm going to go ahead, line that mark up, score, and we're going to flip it. Make sure we're nice and straight. And I'm going to open this up, lay this over, and I'm sorry I can't really show you, but this most inner score line, I want to stay away from that, so I'm going to make a mark, and I'm going to score. And let me do this with this. Oh, little piece. Okay, where's my mark? Right there. I'm going to make a mark. I'm going to put that mark at a 1/2 an inch. Ah, come on. And I'm going to go ahead and score that 1/2 an inch. And I'm going to cut off the rest. This is so handy. It really is so handy. That's the one I travel with. I just love it. Okay. Yeah, because when I take that, I don't have to take another scoreboard or nothing. So I just made my flap. Out of my excess paper. And I'm just, let's see, do I want to go ahead and do the same thing on this flap? And then you can see what I did. Let's do it. Okay, this one is a little shorter. But what I do is from score line to score line, I try and center it. Okay? And this takes a little bit because it's definitely thick. Definitely thick. Okay. And I don't want to get out too far. And if I go here, I will get out too far. It will put one on this other side here, and I don't want that. So maybe I'm just going to leave that with 4 right there in the center. That's cute too. I can take another piece. Where did I put the little bit that I had? Maybe I've got, and I want to keep some of these little snowflakes that it pops out. Oops. So I'm going to put those right up here. And I don't know, I just had it because I just used it for the other one. What did I do with it? I had a little strip left. There it is. Okay, so this I'm just going to glue right like that. And it'll be cute. It'll be the same thing, but it'll be different. So I like that. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because I know it'll grab quicker and we need to keep moving. We need to keep moving. Okay. And then I'm just going to touch around in there. And we're going to line this up with the edge. Okay, there she blows. All right, so that's cute too. I'm happy with that one. A little glue on there. I've already clipped it, so we're going to go ahead and put the glue down and close it up. And then I can just seal my bottom. But I do want to make sure that I don't have excess glue that may seal my pocket. Okay. And then seal my pocket. All right. And keep myself some room here. So I'm going to fold the first fold line down, snip off a little triangle, and make sure I've got the top on the top. We've all been known to do that a time or two. There we go. And so now we have that page and this page. I think I need to re-burnish. Let's see. Take that one out of there. There, now I can re-burnish. Okay. There we go. Cool. And this paper is so heavy that I really haven't had to worry about closures for the pages. Okay, so we have that, but I do want, and I think this will work perfectly, I do want to have a flap down, which is going to make a closure. Now, I have this at a quarter, so I need to put this at a quarter as well, so that it will lay on top nicely. I'm so sorry, and I didn't bring my water in. Okay, so, well, let's first get it cut the way, the height, the width that I need it. And I'm going to make it just about the same size as, as the page. Alright, so now I'm going to do a 1/2 inch. Well, now if I take, let's see, I have about, I have a little over 3/4 of an inch. So if I take a full 1/2 inch, I won't be able to do it. So I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch. And then I will still have overlap. So, you know, when you're using your leftover pieces, you're kind of at their mercy. But this is just going to be a flap. It's not going to have any real weight to it. So I think it'll be fine. I'm sure it will be fine, actually. Sorry, I think I'm losing my voice. That'll be great, won't it? I did not give myself a little snip. Just remember when you're doing this, you don't cut any of the score line. You're cutting past the score line, or before the score line, right before the score line. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add this. Center it. Make sure your pages are laying properly. Center it to your page. Okay. And, oops. Dad burn it. Look at that. I am so tired. We had our garage sale. We did very well for a garage sale. We did very well. We were quite happy with it. But we are exhausted. It was the hottest week we've had so far in Kentucky. And that's the weekend we ended up doing our garage sale. It was like, really? We hadn't really had 90-degree weather, but we did this week. Yep, we did. We had it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We didn't get much today, but we still sat out there. So we were really bored. Really, really bored. But we did very well. We made a little over 400, so that was really nice. All of it comes in handy, though. Okay, so we have a flap up, and then we have our 2 pockets. And then, let's see, this, okay, so if I fold these in half, what do I end up with? It'll be about a 4 1/4 by a 5. And then you'd have the flap. So not really liking that size. Let me get another sheet. And I'm going to cut it in half, so 4 1/4, and then I'm going to cut it in half at 5 1/2. Okay. Whoops. Oh, for heaven's sake. 4 1/4. And then I'll cut both of them together at 5 1/2. Just love that. Okay, and we're going to do, and I think because I want to kind of keep this as large as I can, I'm going to do a 1/4 inch on these as well. Alright, we might just get through one page today because it's very late at night and I've been out in that heat all day. I am just exhausted. But You'll probably have 2 pages on this video. It's just I'm only going to get 1 tonight. So I'm just going to fold these over. Make sure you're getting them nice and straight. And I will burnish them. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Snip. Snip. And actually with these, you don't really have to snip. It's probably even better if you don't. So, now if you want to cut different sizes, you go right ahead. I'm just trying to leave myself with the least amount of, and I'm actually going to start this on the 1/4 inch up here so that there's another layer holding the lid. I'm going to center them, and I'm just eyeballing it. You do want to have it as straight as you can, but there we go. That's good, because the first one kind of dictates where the rest of them are going. Okay, so there's number 1. And I'm not going to clip the rest of them. I'm just going to butt this one right up against this one. I'm going to close it. Make sure we're in line. There we go. And then I'm going to burnish. Oh, pulled it right up. Okay, got another one. I don't know why my dogs are barking. I mean, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Unless they're hearing me. I'm trying to be low and quiet. Yep, they're lining up nicely. That's always wonderful. All right. So that was using a whole piece of 8.5 by 11. There we go. Okay. So then this will fit over that, and having that 1/8 inch is perfect. There, and I will probably do like a little tie. I'm not sure yet though. I'm not sure. So anywhere, there's page 1. So if you stay tuned, you're going to get page 2. No, excuse me. This is page 3. And you stay tuned, and we'll get you page 4. Alright, guys? And I might have the rest of page 2 done for you for next time, and possibly even get started on this. Running out of time, but I'm working hard at it, and we're going to get it done. Thanks, guys. For you, back in a second.